What's up? It's SRTaddicts. We're outside Cleveland Power Performance, meeting up with owner Rick Fragboli.
Come on in. Welcome to beautiful Columbia Station, Ohio. A lot of people refer to this part of Cleveland as almost like the South Beach of Cleveland. Just a beautiful area. So we're in Columbia Station, Ohio. We're at Cleveland Power Performance. This is our family business. My dad started this in 1986. We got just a straight junkyard, old school junkyard, no buildings, no anything. I don't think we even got a toilet till probably the mid-90s. No buildings were up, etc. All this has been added since, and this is kind of our business. So this is when you walk in, this is our office. Basically, here to the back wall is all office. We have a ton of parts warehouses, a ton of parts. We ship our turnkey pallets out of here. We build our cars out of here. And it's all within this facility. Everything's from wall to wall in here. Nothing is done per se. We don't sub really anything out. We'd rather do it all in-house. We like to take our parts from our own rent cars. So come along, we'll show you a bunch of the parts for all the stuff we got going on in here. This is one of our shipping departments. This is where a lot of our FedEx stuff will come out of here. There's one of our brake upgrades staged up on our carts we use to picture for any LX guys out there. In here, basically, we'll picture our parts for our website over there in the corner. And then over here is where we package all the FedEx stuff. If you got a FedEx ground package coming, it'll ship out of over here. This basically is where we'll picture our stuff for our website. On this side, clean it over here, picture it over there. And then this is kind of our staging areas. The cars get taken apart in the back. This is where it all comes through. Some of our front clips here is a Hellcat front clip. Some of the stuff can't stay outside just because people will come in and try to shop. So we'll hold stuff up here. Behind you is our door panel section. Some of the warehouses could be a little bit cleaner, but basically all of this row here, door panels from Corvettes, Camaros, Vipers, Chargers, 300s, Challengers, Mustangs. These are actually all part seats left. Our good seats are downstairs. Newer cars, airbags go off, seat tracks get blown. We build so many seats for hot rods and other stuff. I am a complete hoarder. I keep everything. If it's junk, I'll get rid of it. On the same thing, all these door panels are money. This stuff, I need a seat motor, I need a seat back, I need a track. I have all of it. So in 20, 30 years, this stuff's all going to become discontinued, and probably quicker, 10 years will be discontinued. This way we have everything in here. Up above is harnesses, carpets. I mean, every warehouse we have is 3 floors up, and it goes 4 warehouses that way and 4 warehouses that way. And we keep everything in here. It's all inventory. We scan it in on a little scan system. Boop, goes in the computer, tells us what shelf is on. We got to get it. Really, we keep everything for these cars just because you never know. And you guys out there, you have some stuff, you got a cracked door panel, got cracks, whatever, we have it. If it's not on our website, we can't load whatever, 300,000 parts. Just email us, we'll go get it. In here is our storage warehouse. This is where our cars sit before they're waiting to get dismantled. We keep everything in here. Obviously, it's inside, keeps it dry. Everything's under camera, all that stuff, prevents thefts, etc. This is our warehouse where basically if you wreck your car and have an oopsie, we'll pick it up. Sometimes they're from insurance auctions, sometimes they're from, you'd be amazed when you guys don't have insurance. Get insurance, people, it's good for you. So yeah, this is kind of the Mopar we're over here this week for whatever reason. These are all wrecked Mopars waiting to come apart. That pallet is set up and done, that one's shipping out here tomorrow. That's a 6/4 stick, obviously an SRT, big front brake, SRT wheels. Got some Hellcats in there, got some 6.1s. We got one of our notorious, that Hellcat that no driveline is that's a Hellcat strip out of Detroit. Those things are so common in Detroit, man. That one actually will end up having, I don't know if that has a title or not. Sometimes they come without a title, but it's cool. We'll take inner structure out and we'll build our old 69 Chargers and stuff off the floor pans out of these things. The Chargers are better for Polaris, Corvettes, and bigger girls. The Challengers are better to use than the Chargers.
What's up with this Charger over here?
The Charger is a 69 Charger. All its bin match locations are there. Really a solid project. We picked this thing up about 2-3 years ago. When Reverence was going on, we actually had 60 sitting back here at one point. As Reverence kept kind of dragging along, and you kind of start off and stuff. At some point, we'll build this thing or we'll end up selling it. Anytime I grab a 69, 68, 70 Charger, an old CUDA, and that's something, you know, a good, valuable Mopar, I'll grab it. If we sell it, we sell it. If we build it, we build it. This is kind of just stuff sitting in here, so the Charger's just waiting for either the next project build or we'll sell it. More like what will happen with that is a customer will reach out to us. Hey guys, why don't you build a 69 Charge or something similar to Reverence? Can you do it for me? Yeah, hey, I can't source my own car. We got a killer car sitting here. And for us to keep a car in here, it's gonna be a cherry car that's sitting in here. So that'll probably get built at one point. Probably a customer will grab that up and we'll build something for them. The one by the doors is waiting to leave tomorrow, the 6.4 Hemi. This 6.4 Hemi over here is also done waiting to leave. One of these 6.1's done waiting to leave. Sometimes guys will buy more and say, hey, I'm a month or two out, can you hold it? Yeah, cool, we'll hold it. Some guys will say, hey man, I'm a year out. And I'll say, just reach out to us in 6 months or something, you're getting closer. Because what happens is these guys, they change, they decide to go from a 6.1 to a 6.4, or 6.4 to a Hellcat, vice versa. Normally I'll let a motor sit here for a year. If you guys buy a motor and needs to sit here for, you know, a month or two, we'll definitely work with you on it. We have the storage space, so it's fine to sit in here. Here's our engine room. This is where we'll go through, and basically we have 3 bays. We'll come through in here and we'll do anything from, this one here is gonna be a 6.4 motor. Obviously got a little crispy. This one will not get built. This one will give us, whatever, an oil pan, a crank, timing cover. Maybe we'll get a piston or 2 out of it, heads. Sometimes these water damaged motors really aren't that damaged. A lot of times plastic will come down, kind of keeps all the fire water out of it, especially when a fire hose comes in. You'd be surprised, sometimes not a lot of water gets in these. Other times these things are completely full of water. They're basically junk. Sometimes we get a block out of these things, we can go 20, 30, 40 over on them. You know, I'm going to do a big stroker kit, stuff like that, you'll have that. Other times, quite frankly, we pull the oil pan. You'll still get a transhouse, we'll take the manifolds, the cat pipes, whatever. And this thing will help save a bunch of other Hemis. You have to have parts motors within the parts world to still keep all your pallets going. This is a parts grill to save all the other girls. A 2016 Hellcat. This was a rollover, a very severe rollover. One of those cars that someone was really getting it in. Flipped it, really smashed the car sideways, came down the roof. Something like this before we go to run this thing. This has not been run in the car yet. This has been dropped out of the car. This motor comes over here. What we'll do is we'll pull the transmission off. We'll basically check everything inside the transmission. We'll check our shaft, make sure nothing on our input shaft, output, or bent. If we have to, we'll pull a tail shaft out, we'll pull a bell out, we'll tear apart the whole trans if we have to. We do full transmission builds. We've done a couple on our website. We show them off. Per se, we don't do a bunch for customers anymore because quite frankly, we just ran out of time. But we're fully capable of doing that. Motor builds, we do a ton of motor builds in here. We actually have a full rebuilt Hellcat. We come here in the next week or 2 on our website. This motor here, rollover. There's probably oil on top of the supercharger. We'll tear a supercharger apart, make sure there's nothing there, clean it. When this thing's up on a stand, just all preventive maintenance. We'll check the crank, make sure nothing's bad in the snout. We'll pull the oil pan, make sure no debris is down in there. We'll pull the valve covers, get a good look in there. This thing will basically go down to, you know, give or take a short block with heads still on it. We'll go back through, and we do stuff too, like this water pump's just a little bit hit. It still spins, it still goes, but that's not the way to treat someone. We'll go through, we'll get a new water pump. So most of the stuff we source is new from dealerships. If it's an alternator, compressor, whatever, we would take it from either one of our used motors or source it from somewhere else. And yes, per se, a water pump or stuff like that, that'll be new. These superchargers, all these up here, all these boxes are mostly gaskets. All these boxes in here, gaskets, all the boxes behind me are gaskets. We stop gaskets, so when this comes in here, the techs in the back will drop a drive line out. It comes over here. The engine room will go in, and the engine room will basically get this motor ready to go while the tech in the back is killing the car. The tech in the back will then go through and fix any wiring, any issues like that, to make sure that the whole pallet will communicate. The tech over here will go through, get the engine all ready, get basically everything checked out, make sure it's good to go. They'll send it back over. The guys pass these things back and forth, these little black sheets hanging around. These are notes between the departments on what goes in where, what came off. For example, car is a rollover, has not run, has oil up in the intake. You know, this guy goes back through and says, intake gas replaced, clean intake, found no debris, pulled oil pan, checked bottom end, replace whatever shifter that was broke, replace 2 coils, broken wiring, replace this and this. Goes back over the tech. When they hand the motor back off, the sheet goes with it, the tech gets it, the 2 guys go over what they're going on, and they go back and they set it up as a turnkey pallet. That way on our part, we can maintain, warranty our motors, and be comfortable shipping them to anywhere. We've shipped to every continent so far, minus Antarctica, and I mean, we've shipped to countries I never even heard of before. I have to look them up. So it's cool that our social media reach is getting around. It's cool that we're shipping these things all over the world. We're very confident. We do it all the time. We'll ship anywhere in the world. I'm simplifying it for them. We go through and have our motors that come in and drop out. Say this car comes in, they're all whatever, a rollover, a wreck, and they're all here for a reason. A lot of times we drop them out. They go over to our engine room. Guys based in the engine room, basic maintenance stuff. Pull plugs, pull an intake, It's a rollover, make sure there's no oil up in there, roll over by hand. A lot of times we'll pull a trans off, we check rear main seals, oil pan gaskets, and everyone's like, oh, there's no way you do that on all these motors. We do that on all of our motors because we want our motors to basically, if it's going right down the road to Cleveland or if it's going all the way to Australia, where a lot of our pallets go, I don't want to warranty anything. Warranty for me is bad business, it's bad for you. It slows down the builder and it slows down us. So quite frankly, if I warranty motors, of course if I have to warranty something, I warranty, but my better thing is preventive maintenance. I'm going to solve all my problems before it goes out here so I don't have to deal with any maintenance stuff. And plus, because we have such a good reputation with us through people dealing with us through past, they know that we'll go through, we'll fix broken exhaust set bolts. Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys in their house that do stuff and some guys aren't as qualified, so you'll get headers in here and 3 of the bolts are broken in the head. You'll get a transfer, a guy did a trans filter in his garage and he broke 3 bolts off in the pan. You'd be amazed sometimes we pull a stick shift off of a car and there's 3 bolts holding the flywheel in, 2 bolts holding the clutch in. 6.1's intake gaskets are notorious for just basically leaking down and just basically getting sucked in the motor. We pull up our 6.1 intakes and do gasket jobs on them. Little preventive maintenance stuff like on that for guys that either A, don't have the tools, B, don't know what they're doing, or C, just don't want to waste the time doing it. We do all that before it leaves because we don't know when these pallets are getting set up, if it's going to a guy that's an ASE certified tech with 30 years experience, or if it's going to a guy with 2 years of experience in a father-son project. We want to eliminate all the issues for the buyer and we want to make sure all the stuff's solved with us.